Continue what you were saying about the differences between living in the street and living where you are right now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm grateful that I'm not living in the street.
Right.
But at the same time, it's depending on where you are and what you have to deal with. It doesn't feel good just not to have your own.
And reiterating what I said, in case the camera happened to go off unexpectedly, your situation is different than other people who are in a homeless situation. That you actually have a warm place to stay. You actually have
very different.
Food.
And don't get me wrong, I'm very, very grateful for that. But in my case, there are other extenuating circumstances which I won't get into. And yeah, it's kind of a very, very tiny place. So, I mean, it's tough. I don't think I'm any better than anybody, that's out there. I feel very sorry, for people.
How long has this been like this for you?
It's been about a year and a half now. So the good thing is that I would encourage everybody to do whatever they can to help homeless people. Again, I'm so grateful that people decided to help me. That's very important. And in the meantime, I just finished school, and so I'm
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I'm not sitting around trying to do nothing. You can find something out there, to do to try to improve on your situation.
For right now, with your situation, what's the worst that you've experienced?
The worst thing? Being 42 years old and having to put up with stuff that I probably shouldn't have to put up with.
Okay, understandable.
Yeah.
How has it been with social services and things like that?
Not very good. When I was working, off and on, I actually got more food stamps than I'm getting now. And I was actually being penalized for going to school. I was told that I have to be in class time for 20 hours. I'm only in class time 18 hours a week. So for 2 hours, they went from $3.20 to like $16. I'm like, and with my patchy working, how am I supposed to eat? But
wait, for 2 hours a week, they dropped you.
Well, they said you have to. The guidelines is 20 hours.
So they dropped you down to
for an adult student like me. So I was dropped from $300 a month to $16 a month because they feel. The way she explained it to me was they feel if you're not spending most of your time in school, then you have plenty of more time during the week to go to work. They feel that you're able-bodied. So that's the bottom.
And of course, that's not necessarily true.
That's not always necessarily true. But what can you do? Rules are rules. But even the $16 is a little bit of help. So I'm grateful for that too.
What can you actually get with $16 on the month?
Well, I know. Because of what I do, I know how to stretch a dollar when it comes to food. So I know how to, I know how to, at least for a few days, we can eat off of that for a few days. So, I don't go out and get, a $10 chicken leg, you know what I mean? I get a nice whole chicken for $5 and cut it up. But the thing is, you make do. You gotta use your head.
Understandable. Is there anything that you would... I asked this question to somebody else before. I mean, of course, the obvious answer being eliminating homelessness and preventing it in the first place. Is there anything that you would suggest or think could be done for people who happen to be displaced that would make their lives a lot easier? Well,
there's so many different factors that go into homelessness. But one of the things that I think is at the cusp of the problem is... This is just my opinion. I noticed that society in general is just so focused on self. Everybody is okay with giving to a charity, but nobody wants to really dig in and sponsor somebody, help somebody out. Now, I'm not saying that, volunteer work is not a good thing. A lot of people do it because it looks good. A lot of people do it because it's a tax write-off, not necessarily because they really care about these people.
You're saying help people because it's the right thing to do.
Right, because it's the right thing to do. We all live on this planet together. And whether or not, I don't care what class you're in, I don't care if you're rich, poor, we're all like a minute away. Like, look at the economy now. We're all like a second away. Wouldn't you want somebody, if your children was hungry, to reach out? You understand what I'm saying? Because guess what? When I was doing well, and I will be doing well again, I don't even have to blink or think about it. I'm poor now, but if somebody comes on a train and I see they're really hungry and I got $2 in my pocket, I'm going to give them $1 because I understand. You know, it's a human thing. It's not, we can't keep judging each other. We need to have programs that are strengthened, that are real, not just, you know, talk, but real, that really will lift people out of these situations, encourage them, make mothers and stuff, let them go back to school. Goodness gracious, it works so well. The welfare used to have a program where they pay for somebody to babysit your kids while you go to school, and then it's gone now. And so they wonder why single women are sitting up having babies over and over again. These women are discouraged. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to turn. They are alone for the most part. And they don't know anything else. And I'm not making an excuse. I'm saying that's what they should be doing. But they don't know anything else to do. And every time somebody tries to improve themselves, there's a program, cut here, cut there, cut there. But we can spend billions of dollars to go on Mars. We ain't even got no business up there, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, when does it get down to, we got to start caring about people. That's the bottom line. You got to care about people.
Well put. One last question. Let's walk, because I know I know you're kind of close.
I'm good, man.
Are you aware of any programs that help people in your situation or about to be in your situation? Private or public?
Honestly, I mean, I don't. And one of the things I want to do now that I'm about to graduate, one of the directions I want to go is to go into homeless shelters and cook for them. Prisons, family shelters, you know, I mean, halfway houses, whatever it is. One of the things I want to do as outreach is to take my skills and go in there and cook for people and make a decent, presentable dinner for them instead of just throwing something on a plate. At least I'm hoping that that's the direction. So as I do my research, you know, I'm hoping to discover, you know, more about, you know, places like that, you know. But I do know a little bit about City Harvest. They get around. And I do know Meals on Wheels. They do a little bit of stuff like that.
Were any of them helpful for you?
Actually, City Harvest has been.
What do they basically do?
Well, it's like a food
pantry?
Yeah, you know, so I forgot like what the procedure is. It was a while ago. But you know, you go, you get like a little referral or something.
And you can just go shopping in there.
Well, not necessarily shopping, but you know, somebody, you know, takes care of what it is you think you need, and you go pick it up, or you have somebody pick it up for you.
Oh, about how long does that last?
No, for me at the time it was just a one-shot deal. I don't know how often they do it. I really didn't research it that much. I just needed it at the moment. But I know that that's the kind of work they do. I also been on the other side of that where I worked at a company who donated food, and I had to drop off of the food. So it's definitely something I plan to get more deeper knowledge about. And I also participated in some work at a catering company that makes meals for elderly and prepares Meals on Wheels, you know, like bag lunches, which was great. That was a great experience. We had to do hundreds of meals and quickly, but it was great. So I'm very happy to know that the city has something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Lisa, thank you very much for your time. I'm going to get you out of this cold.
You're welcome. And good luck with your paper.
Thanks.